Did you know that just one small mistake when cooking eggs can turn this nutritious food into a silent threat to your heart? Many people believe that eggs raise cholesterol, but the real truth lies in how you cook them. If you often fry eggs in hot oil or use high heat to get that golden color faster, you're unknowingly creating oxidized compounds, the silent killers that damage blood vessels and accelerate cellular aging. But here's the good news. With just a small change in your cooking method, an ordinary egg can become a natural medicine that protects your brain, heart, skin, and eyes. So what is the healthiest way to cook eggs? One that allows your body to absorb all their nutrients without the hidden risks, especially after age 60? The answer may surprise you.
Most people think of eggs as nothing more than a quick, affordable breakfast food. But for those over 60, eggs are far more than that. They are a biological energy package packed with essential nutrients that support strength, memory, and recovery. What few people realize is that the way you cook your eggs determines whether they become a lifelong ally for your heart or a silent destroyer of your blood vessels. The real question isn't how many eggs you should eat per week. It's whether you're cooking them the right way. Eggs are among the most complete sources of nutrition available to humans. Just 2 eggs provide about 13 grams of protein, enough to help repair muscle tissue, maintain strength, and prevent age-related muscle loss. They also contain all 9 essential amino acids that the body cannot produce on its own. That's why eggs are often listed among the world's superfoods, right alongside salmon, nuts, and dark leafy greens. Inside the yolk lies a treasure chest of nutrients many people overlook. The iron in eggs helps deliver oxygen to every cell, preventing fatigue and dizziness caused by anemia. Vitamin A supports skin health and vision, protecting against dry eyes, a common issue among seniors. Vitamin D strengthens bones and reduces the risk of fractures. Vitamin E acts as a natural antioxidant, fighting free radicals that accelerate aging. Eggs also provide vitamin B12 for nerve health, folate for red blood cell formation, selenium for cellular protection, and powerful antioxidants like lutein and zeaxanthin that help preserve eyesight and prevent macular degeneration. Another vital nutrient, choline, supports memory and concentration, helping the aging brain stay sharp and active. But here's the key. All these benefits only reach their full potential when eggs are cooked properly. The same egg can either heal or harm, depending on how it's heated. When exposed to very high temperatures, the cholesterol in the yolk can oxidize, forming compounds called oxysterols, which are linked to inflammation, arterial damage, and heart disease. On the other hand, cooking eggs gently at lower temperatures preserves their proteins, vitamins, and minerals, allowing your body to absorb nutrients more efficiently without generating harmful oxidation. Some people believe raw eggs are the purest, most natural form of nutrition, but science shows the opposite. The body absorbs only about 51% of the protein from raw eggs, while lightly cooked eggs allow for up to 91% absorption. That means if you drink raw eggs thinking they're more nutritious, you're actually wasting nearly half their protein content. Raw eggs also contain avidin, a protein that binds to biotin and prevents your body from absorbing it, which can lead to weaker hair, nails, and skin. Cooking breaks down avidin, freeing the biotin and allowing it to do its job properly. From my 30 years of experience in senior nutrition, I can tell you this with certainty. Eating eggs is not harmful to the heart as long as your lifestyle and cooking methods are healthy. The liver naturally produces about 80% of the cholesterol in your body, while only about 20% comes from food. When dietary cholesterol decreases, your liver produces more to balance it out. When you eat more, it produces less. This self-regulating system has kept humans healthy for millions of years. That's why moderate egg consumption does not raise blood cholesterol in most people unless there's an underlying condition such as diabetes, heart disease, or lipid metabolism disorder. The real problem lies in how most people cook their eggs, frying them in very hot oil, baking them at high heat, or letting the edges burn leads to oxidation, not just of the egg's cholesterol, but also of the cooking fat itself. This oxidation process is the true enemy of the heart. For adults over 60 whose blood vessels are already more fragile, repeated exposure to these oxidized compounds can cause chronic inflammation, narrowing of the arteries, and higher blood pressure, all of which strain the heart and increase the risk of stroke. Eggs are a wonderful food, but they can't protect your heart if you keep cooking them the wrong way. Picture this. You crack an egg into a pan of sizzling oil, hear that satisfying hiss, and feel your mouth water. But in that very moment, much of the value of the egg is being destroyed. Instead, if you boil or poach your eggs gently for just a few minutes, they remain soft, flavorful, easy to digest, and nutritionally rich. That's how you turn an egg into a natural medicine for the body. Sometimes good health isn't about what you eat, it's about how you prepare it. For older adults, every meal is an opportunity to heal, to nourish both body and mind. Start small, even with something as simple as how you cook your eggs, because sometimes lowering the heat just a little could be the very act that saves your heart. Imagine your body as a finely tuned machine, where every cell and blood vessel works in perfect rhythm to sustain life. Every meal you eat is the fuel that keeps this machine running, but if that fuel is burnt the wrong way, it won't nourish you. It will slowly poison you from within. This is especially true for eggs, a seemingly simple food that reacts powerfully to heat. After the age of 60, the body loses much of its ability to repair itself, so even small cooking mistakes can have major effects on the heart and brain. When you fry eggs in a very hot pan, the cholesterol in the yolk breaks down and transforms into oxidized compounds called oxysterols, which are linked to inflammation, arterial damage, and heart disease. Research from Harvard University and the American Institute of Nutrition shows that these oxysterols can trigger inflammation in blood vessel walls, reducing their elasticity and promoting plaque formation. These plaques restrict blood flow and can eventually rupture, leading to heart attacks or strokes. For older adults whose blood vessels are already thin and fragile, repeated exposure to these oxidized fats from fried foods is like pouring fuel on a fire. Another issue that often goes unnoticed is that when eggs are fried at high temperatures, fat-soluble vitamins like A, D, and E are rapidly destroyed. These vitamins act as the body's protective shields against cellular aging. When they are lost, the body becomes more vulnerable to oxidative stress, which accelerates memory decline, wrinkles, hair loss, and weakens the immune system. So instead of believing that fried eggs are richer or tastier, people over 60 should focus on cooking methods that preserve nutrients, especially by using lower heat. One of the most recommended methods by nutrition experts is poaching or boiling eggs in gently simmering water. When eggs are cooked in water, the heat is distributed evenly and softly, preventing the yolk from oxidizing. Because no oil is needed, you also avoid consuming extra saturated fats that can harm the heart. The ideal time is about 7 to 10 minutes for boiled eggs, or 2 to 3 minutes for poached eggs. At this point, the protein is fully digestible and the vitamins and minerals remain intact. A common question is whether cooking eggs in the microwave is safe. While microwaving doesn't destroy all nutrients, the danger lies in uneven heating. Some parts of the egg may be overcooked while others remain undercooked, causing protein denaturation and creating localized hot spots where cholesterol oxidation is most likely to occur. For seniors, it's best to limit microwave use for eggs and stick to gentler methods like boiling or poaching for better safety and nutrition. Beyond temperature, the type of oil you use also affects your health. Many people still cook eggs with industrial vegetable oil or margarine, both of which contain trans fats. These unhealthy fats increase LDL or bad cholesterol and decrease HDL or good cholesterol, disrupting lipid balance in the blood. If you prefer fried eggs, choose extra virgin olive oil or avocado oil and cook at low to medium heat. This way, you can still enjoy the flavor without harming your heart. When it comes to cholesterol, many still fear that eating eggs will raise their blood cholesterol. But as Dr. Mandel and numerous studies have shown, the human body is remarkably intelligent in regulating itself. The liver produces about 80% of the cholesterol needed by the body. When you eat more cholesterol-rich foods, the liver produces less. When you eat less, it produces more to maintain balance. Problems arise only when this self-regulation system breaks down due to underlying diseases or poor lifestyle habits. Therefore, if you maintain a balanced diet, exercise regularly, and avoid smoking, eating 1 or 2 eggs a day poses no threat to your heart. However, temperature remains the most critical factor. A study from the Mayo Clinic found that eggs cooked at lower temperatures for shorter times had up to 80% fewer oxidized compounds compared to those fried at high heat. In other words, simply lowering your cooking temperature a little can eliminate most of the harmful effects without changing your diet at all. It's a simple but powerful way to protect the heart, liver, and blood vessels over time. Another benefit of gentle cooking is the preservation of choline, a nutrient essential for seniors as it supports memory and helps prevent neurodegenerative decline. After age 60, the body's natural choline levels decrease, so getting it from lightly cooked eggs helps keep the brain sharp, focused, and emotionally balanced. In other words, when you cook eggs properly, you're not just protecting your heart, you're also nourishing your mind. Cooking is both a habit and a reflection of awareness. You can use the same ingredients, but a small change in heat or timing can completely transform how your body responds. Remember, when the flame is too high, the goodness in your food disappears before you can even taste it. The Japanese have a tradition of cooking slowly, with low heat, preserving the natural flavor and nutrients of every meal, and that patience is one of the secrets behind their exceptional longevity. We can learn from that approach not through complex recipes, but through mindfulness and respect for what we eat. Eggs will always be a wonderful food, but only if you treat them gently. Use lower heat, cook just enough, and allow your body to fully absorb the nourishment nature intended. Because sometimes the key to a longer, healthier life is as simple as turning down the flame on your stove each